way that sounds. Little Jimmy Jackson is jacking up his Bronco. He's gonna lay a little rubber later on at the truck. Oh, and all the girls are getting pretty.
Hey guys, this is DJ Becker from the DJ Becker Show, which is the show that you guys watching, and today's episode is brought to you by Sundrop, nutritious and delicious. Drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. So, in a different location than usual, of course this is the location I was in for the last episode, and instead of 2 chairs, there's 1. But before we get to that, what do we have in front of me? My diecast collection. Well, we're going to get more in depth with that later, but again, for the second time ever, please welcome my guest. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Nate Wheeler, and I've been here before when CJ ate the stupid plane.
So you were on the last episode, episode 4, as a worst episode we ever did.
Because of CJ.
Yeah, let's go with that. So, how did you like your experience being on the show last time?
Not good.
Not good.
Because I got to sit in the middle of a goddamn gorilla.
Hey!
I'm talking about CJ.
Yeah, but you're just like in the middle of a gorilla, so.
No, you're the smaller gorilla.
Aww, you did not just go there.
CJ's the fattest gorilla
So,
that I've ever seen.
today's episode is going to be, of course, NASCAR. It's going to be like this every week. I'm going to possibly be here with him every week. Will you put that away? No, it goes the other way.
Why do you want it to go the other way?
Team logo shows front.
That's the team logo.
No, that's Action Race Collectibles. That's the company that makes it. So, we're going to go straight into viewer questions. Nathan, read the first question.
Mr. iPhone Man 3. This guy said, who do you think will win the Sprint Cup in Nationwide?
Elaborate.
I think Brad Keselowski's going to win the Sprint Cup, and Austin Dillon's going to win the Nationwide.
Yeah, bro. AD. Good old ID. Good old Austin Dillon, of course, the grandson of Richard Childress. Diecast is right here. So, I think it's a little too soon to tell who's going where. With, you know, with Austin Dillon, I do think he's a good contender this year for the Rookie of the Year. I can say that much for Rookie of the Year for Nationwide. But for him to win the overall championship, I think he's going to do what he did in the trucks, and he's going to have to win the Rookie of the Year. He'll go Rookie of the Year into champion next, and then they'll push him up again. What his number will be, it will probably be 33 because they retired the 3 in Sprint Cup. So I don't think they're going to open that back up just for Austin, you know, with RCR closing that 33 team last year. I think they're going to expand and give him the 33 because he has run it this year, and he did pretty good in those races. He may have gotten lapped, but he did pretty good. He is definitely a shot at the Rookie of the Year, but overall, I want to say Justin Allgaier wins the full-on championship this year. It's just my pick. Again, for Sprint Cup, it is a little too soon to tell. We haven't even hit the chase yet. But if anybody, it's looking to be maybe 5-time. Good old Jimmy Johnson. He's a top contender. Tony Stewart has been somewhat of a contender. You know, 3 top 2, 3 second-place finishes in the last 3 races. Of course, it's still anybody's game, but it's going to come down to whoever goes into the chase is all I can say. So we will, hopefully we get this question again in the chase, and then, you know, we can go a little bit more in depth with that. Another question from Mr. iPhone Man 3. Who has the best current paint scheme as of 2012? I want to presume. So who's got the best 2012 paint scheme?
I think it's Dale Jr.
Which car though? His Diet Mountain Dew, his Amp, his Diet Mountain Dew.
Yep.
Yeah, so I did get that a diecast version. It is. I will give it a pretty good. It is a pretty good car. I will give it that much. Although the one car that I want to say has the best. There's really a tie right now. Between any of Ryan Newman's cars this year. Of course, I have the Quicken Loans version right here. It is a very interesting car. So it'll come down to for me. It has to come down to either any of Ryan Newman's paint schemes this year, or Jeff Gordon's DuPont car this year. Sorry, I meant to say Jeff Gordon, not Jimmy Johnson, but or of course Jimmy Johnson's Madagascar car, Madagascar 3. Of course, I do have that car
Honestly,
on the way.
I don't know why he put his paint scheme as Madagascar. I mean, it's a kid show, and this means
It's a
real
movie.
stuff. Aaron's is a shop. Affleck is a cover insurance thing.
Best Buy, Dollar General, FedEx, M&M's.
GoDaddy.
GoDaddy right here.
Mountain Dew is a drink. 5 Hour Energy is an energy drink.
I don't know. Miller Lite, Pennzoil, Home Depot, Burger King. They got Burger King on a race car now. Hey! Oh yeah, you did it right. Okay. So, again, I would really have to say, for the new paint scheme, it's either one of Ryan Newman's or it is definitely Jeff Gordon's DuPont car.
Yeah.
Now, what would be your favorite old paint scheme?
My old one
Yeah.
would be,
As in from any past year.
Jeff Gordon's. I liked his flame one. His flame was better. But instead, as you see here, it's not even.
For the old paint scheme, again, I want to go with, on this one, it's kind of obvious who you would go with. It is Kyle Busch's Interstate Batteries car, with just the way that it looks from the side. It looks nothing like when they had Terry Labonte on him driving it. They got it looks like a monster came and looks like the hull came off and ripped part of the hood out and punched in the hood, and all you can see is the battery. It's just, they did a really good job on it. I really like it, so that would be my pick for old. GWR Duck 8, who are your top 10 favorite NASCAR drivers?
Brad Keselowski. Austin Dillon.
Who?
Dale Sr. Michael Waltrip. I'm just kidding. Kurt Busch. Tony Stewart.
Are you just naming random cars that are in front of you? He's just like, yes.
Dale Jarrett.
Which my mom is actually friends with his son. They talk a lot, so. You can stop anytime you want, even if it's under 10.
Kyle Busch. Just kidding. No. Mark Martin.
Yeah, you can stop anytime.
And Jamie McBurney.
Now for me, it's a little simpler. Goes like this. A.D. Austin Dillon, Kevin Harvick, Jamie McMurray, Tony Stewart, Michael Waltrip, Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, Danica Patrick, Casey Kane, Clint Boyer. I think I went past 10. But that's just a basic of it. GWR Duck 8 actually had 4 questions. So you're going to read his second question?
GWR
Duck.
GWR Duck 8. Our favorite food, my favorite food at least is lasagna.
Favorite food? I really don't have a favorite. I'll eat just about anything. If it had to be anything, most recently, I would really want to say chicken lo mein, little Chinese food. It's those Chinese ribs that you could get from a Chinese restaurant. Those little spare ribs, the red ones, those are good. Who's your favorite baseball team?
Well, this is my favorite question. Of course, everybody knows my favorite baseball team.
Red Sox.
Yeah. See, he even said it. Boston Red Sox. Even though they're not doing so good this year, but I still like them.
I don't watch baseball.
So, he doesn't have any.
I don't have a favorite baseball team, but if I had to choose, I would go with the White Sox.
That's my team name.
Who are your 5 least favorite NASCAR drivers?
Kyle Busch. Danica Patrick. And Jamie McMurray.
You said he was
yeah,
your favorite, dumbass.
Mark Martin. And
You said
Carl
he was your
Edwards.
favorite too.
No.
Yeah. Alright. Easiest question around. Matt Kenseth.
He sucks.
Elliott Sadler. Clint Boyer. Well, not really Clint Boyer, but, you know. Ron Hornaday. Horny guy.
Horny man.
Landon Castle. That's just about it. Now that was his last question, so
Speaking of that, the race is on right now.
no, it's not. It's a different race. It's Wednesday. So now we have to name the viewer of the week. You know, again, but like, still, we're not talking about more of like who do we think is going to win in it all.
So.
It's your call this week, though. Alright, hey guys, sorry it took us so long. We had to have a little conversation about who we thought it would be. So, he will anoint this week's viewer of the week. So the week 5 viewer of the week is
GWR Duck 8.
Congratulations, you are week 5's viewer of the week. So, as long as you watch this episode, get your questions in for next week, because it is officially time to talk about what happened at Infineon. But before we get in that, we got a little extra NASCAR news. I don't know if you've heard the news yet. I don't know if you guys have heard the news, but it was announced yesterday that Matt Kenseth, driver number 17, Best Buy Ford, will not return to Roush at the end of this season. He has been with that team since he started in NASCAR. That is a long time, and no one knows where he's going. Any guess on where he's going to go? RCR, Hendrick, Gibbs.
I wouldn't go to Gibbs.
I don't know, because I think the speculation, the possibility of him going to Gibbs right now is a higher percentage than him going anywhere.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that Joey Logano probably will not have a ride for next year.
Yeah.
Unless he goes somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
If they swap rides at the end of this season, that would be, I'd be fine with that.
Yep.
Joey goes to a new team, maybe have a fresher start with a bigger team. And then Kenseth go to Gibbs, maybe help them get going a little bit more, other than all their winnings with Kyle Busch. Finally get that 20 car, a few more wins. Ever since Tony Stewart left, it hasn't really been that good. So, the speculation of him going to Gibbs is pretty high. If he goes to Gibbs, it's a better chance for Logano to go and, get higher. I mean, he's doing a lot in the Nationwide Series. If they had let drivers run for 2 series and instead of just the points for 1, I do think he would be a top kid. He would be the points leader right now in nationwide.
Yeah, about that, I gotta go. I'll be right back.
Alright. So I am going to talk about Infineon. He is going to go wherever he has to go. So basically, Infineon, widespread road course, very enthusiastic race. You know, Jeff Gordon had a lot of eyes on him as he was the fastest practice and qualified second. Ran out of gas, had a few issues on the car, and that really set him back a little bit. Not the weekend he was looking for. He bounced back for a top 10, I do believe. Of course, all eyes were on Marcus Ambrose, you know, going back to a road course. He grew up on a road course, you know, possibly have him pull out a win. It would be his second win on a road course. Still, he has not won on an oval yet. So basically, all eyes were on him to bring it home. If you guys stayed with NASCAR.com the entire week of Infineon like I did, they were all stories about Marcus Ambrose going back to a road course, possibly having a good run. Finally is what he needs. Remember, he won at Watkins Glen last year. All eyes were on him to do good. After some troubles at road courses in the past, other than the Glen last year, he actually pulled out a pretty decent finish, I think. Not sure, but it would be the 15 5-hour energy Toyota Camry for Michael Waltrip Racing going to Victory Lane. Now, Michael Waltrip Racing has never won a race the right way. The right way. They won a race with David Rudiman it was a rain delay, and they called the race that weekend. Finally, though, they gave somebody the speed in the car that they needed. They put the right driver in the car, and he did very well in the car. So that Toyota was really moving. Kurt Busch, a lot of not smart saying on the radio. Of course, Tony Stewart passed him on the last lap. He was yelling over the radio for someone to go tell Tony to take out the 15, which would have gotten Kurt Busch a win, but for Phoenix Racing, but it would have cost Tony Stewart a lot. And we all know Tony Stewart's not like that. If anybody was to do that, it would probably be Kyle. So Nate's back. We're just talking about the Infineon race here, and about how Kurt was flipping out, saying, Tony, go dump that 15 car now, yelling at Tony Stewart over the radio. Of course, Tony couldn't hear him. Of course, we all know Tony would not have done that. It would have cost Tony. It would have cost Clint. It would have done a lot. Of course, NASCAR is listening to their radios at all times, so I don't know if Kurt's going to get penalized for that or anything. Any thoughts on that? Should he be penalized or not?
Honestly, I don't know, because I didn't watch the show.
I mean, of course, though, with him doing that, this is him coming right back off of his probation. Not his probation, off of his suspension for flipping out on a NASCAR reporter, which is not a smart thing to do when you're on probation from last year.
No.
So with him doing that, it's the weekend he comes back, and what does he do? He yells at someone to go take someone else out. Not smart. Not smart at all. So that was basically it. I do believe they are at Kentucky this weekend. Kentucky. Pretty decent track. They've only been there once. Of course, last year's winner was Kyle Busch. Who wins this one? Who wins Kentucky this year?
Brad. It's not my fault I like Brad.
He likes Brad. That's all he talks about. You can like Brad. I'm going to have to disagree on this one. I have to say the winner at Kentucky, he's going to go back to back. He's won at just about everywhere. He's going to go back to back. Rowdy Busch is going to Victory Lane at Kentucky. Mark it down. Put it in your calendars. The day Kyle Busch swept Kentucky. They've only been there once, and Kyle won last year. And if he wins this year, he will be undefeated at Kentucky. So that's basically it for Kentucky talk. That's it for Infineon talk. Anything else you want to talk about? Any sports or anything that you...
Nah.
Not really? So that's basically it. Remember to sign up for my series. Of course, Nathan's not in it. My new one, anyway. Stop eating your hair.
I'm not.
I will watch the video. So, of course, don't forget to sign up for my series. Go subscribe to everyone. Congratulations, DWR Duck 8 for being Week 5's Viewer of the Week. Anything else you want to say?
Nope.
Nothing.
Nothing.
You don't want to say goodbye?
Nope.
Well, that's our show for this week. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Adios, amigos. See you next week on the DJ Becker Show. Peace out, peeps.
Peep.